Good morning on this beautiful Tuesday, 22nd of April day. Now, I have been doing some channeling this morning and I would love to share with you what I received. So bear with me as I just go through. So, my question is, I asked myself, what does my soul want me to know? Which was what came about through going up to see Lee Harris in Auckland last week. So we ask this every day, which is a really beautiful question to sit down and ponder and to get in touch with what it is that our soul, our body, our higher self, whatever you want to call that, wants us to feel into. So I've asked for myself, but it's also pertaining to the collective. Okay, so the first thing that I got was it's really important with these times that are coming that we're in right now that we slow down and we become very, very present. And however you need to do that, whether you dance, whether you sit and breathe, whether you channel, whether you write, whether you walk outside and put your feet on the floor, it's on the floor, on the ground. It's really important to stay present, and it's really important to feel very, very grounded so that we can anchor in the energies, the frequencies, the tones, the shifts and the change that are happening in our planet and also for us. And it's very important we also keep our mind in the present moment. When you find yourself going too far ahead, come back. When you find yourself going too far in the past and experiencing pains or painful experiences that have past their due by date now, they've gone, time's moved on. When you find yourself getting pulled too far back or going too far forward into anxiety, it's really important that you stop and call a pause and bring the awareness back to now. Very important. It's only in the present moment that we can actually bring the change, right? We can think about it in other ways, but when we're in the present moment, that's when we get to make that shift. Spending time in nature is a very important aspect for all of humanity right now. To look at the nature of abundance that surrounds us. Nature's full, isn't it? Like there's beautiful clouds in the sky, there's so much air, there's so much colour, there's so many plants and trees around us. We're never going to run out, right? Nature always has the abundance. So when you're feeling a lack, go in and start looking around and noticing how much it is for all of us in nature. That's another beautiful tool that we can use. The other message that I got was there's a saying, and I can't quite remember it. It's not about something, it goes something like, not what you can do for you, but what you can do for another. And that's not quite the right words. Ask what I can do today to create joy and peace for somebody else. Remember that what you give out to someone else was going to return to you tenfold. And so when we take care of everyone else, in terms of offering what you can with ease and with joy, if it's a struggle, if it feels hard, don't do it. Like, you got to take care of yourself alongside. I'm not asking you to not listen to yourself and just keep giving to everyone. You don't want to burn out. That's not a good thing to do. And we've all experienced that. That's not a good thing to do. But it is to remember that what you give to others, you're giving to yourself. So how beautiful is that? Where can you make somebody's day easier? Where can you bring a smile? Where can you do something for someone? Like even if it's opening the door for someone so they can get their groceries in the car. You know, making somebody smile by telling them how beautiful they are. If you notice somebody wearing beautiful clothes, tell them. If you notice and you like the look of someone, tell them, well, you look really lovely today. I mean, what a treat that is for someone else to hear that from you. Be kind and gentle with yourself. It's really time to stop judging yourself for all the things that you think are wrong about you or that you haven't done enough of. Perhaps there are experiences in your life that you might still be holding some guilt or some shame around. Perhaps it's time to write a forgiveness letter to yourself and really bring yourself in close and remember that you're doing your best. Even when you feel you're not, you can only work on what you know until you know something different. So be in kindness, be in gentleness, and be with love with you. Take any pressure off yourself that you have, that you've got to get everything 100% right the first time, that it's got to be perfect. Remember all the things that you do that doesn't make sense or doesn't add up to what you deem as being perfect. It's the process to getting you to the space where you're going to get it right, if you like, for a better word. So it's time for us all to, with all the busyness that's happening and all the changes that are around us, to remember to take time to be still. In the stillness, you get to hear yourself. Remember to pause. Remember to take a moment. 10 minutes a day is what Lee Harris suggested that we would do, to just come back and reset the nervous system. Come back to you. And as I said, walking outside with your feet on the earth, dancing, taking a moment to breathe. Just sit and doing nothing. Not having to be busy. Just sit. Just be with you. Connect to you. The connection to yourself is what we're looking for. If you're holding on to any grief, if you're holding on to, like as I said, any shame, it's time to give yourself the permission to really feel that. If we continue to move forward holding all of these feelings that are going to fill us up with sadness, with lack, with pain, with battle or struggle, there's no room to bring in the abundance. So it's really important, if you're feeling any of the grief or the pain of the past, that you give yourself time to release that, to feel it without judging you. This is the most important thing. What does serve you is holding you in compassion for what you feel you might have done wrong. So remembering to bring in that compassion. Come into that part of you that knows how to witness when another's feeling sad, and hold that space for them. As you hold that space for them, bring that and hold that space for you. Be that loving kindness that you've always wanted. There are things that have happened in your life that perhaps you don't have any understanding of. I want you to know that everything unfolds and happens perfectly. We don't have the crystal ball that says in 5 lifetimes and 5 years and 5 days, because this happened, this is now what is now possible. And so we want to keep open to what can happen from this in the highest and best, rather than I'm so wrong, I got it wrong, I'm bad, I'm guilty, I'm shameful. This is the stuff that we really now need to lift and release. Remember to play. Remember to have fun. Remember to play. Remember to be around people who bring out the best in you, that see you for who you are, that acknowledge you, that respect you. And anyone else that you're hanging with who's not doing that, it might be time to have a look and see where you need to let go and cut some cords of relationships that really aren't working for you any longer. Now, the other message that I got, and this was a personal message from me, and if it resonates with you, beautiful. And the message my soul wanted me to know today was to listen to the bird song. The bird song in the morning and in the evening helps to reset a sense of calm and peace to your nervous system. And I can always remember, ever since I can remember, the sound of the bird song is always something that would bring me back to my own peace. So my soul wanted me to remember that today. And I hope that this has helped you in some way. Some little tip, some little trick that you can take and use for yourself. And the other message was that nature is the fabulous healer. So be in the nature of you. Take care, and I'm looking forward to sharing more of these channelings with you. Lots of love. Bye for now.